Welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be having a tutorial on our lesson on auto layout. Please stay with me. Subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed to watch some of my other videos. Thank you. Okay, now to start, I've just written something there, trade. Now I'm trying to convert it to auto layout. I'm trying to convert it to auto layout, but I didn't see it. So you can easily do that by pressing Shift A. So I just press Shift A. I make it to be at the center. Then you can see from both sides. You can pad it. We have horizontal padding. We have you can put fields anyhow you want. Now this auto layout makes your work easier. It makes your button responsive. You don't have to start drawing. So the more you type, the more the button expands, so it makes you responsive. So as I said, we have vertical padding and horizontal padding, as you can see. You can still do it from the new auto layouts Figma added. You can still do it from the design directly, instead of doing it from the bar by the right hand side. You see how it stretches. It makes it responsive. Now you can add auto layout individual padding and make it individual padding. If you notice, the first one, the padding was for the both sides, so you can do the individual padding. You can remove it. See this individual padding. Now let's draw something and trying to put inside the auto layout frame. Try to put inside the auto layout frame. You see how it is. It stretches the document. You can easily push it around. You can easily push it around. Now you can click on hug container. It's come back to normal. See. Now another thing we can do here, let me shift it so you can see. We can click on last one on top, meaning that this trait can be on top of this when you are being contracting it or stretching it. Okay, you see it has not been working, so because it's packed. So let's click on space between. You understand what I'm saying now by this. So let's see the last one on top. Do you see the trait is on top of the circle? It's on top of the ellipse. So let's see. We have changed it to the first one on top. If you contrast it, you see that the circle or the ellipse is on top of the trait. So this is one of the things you can do with auto layout. Let me give you an example of what that can be used of. So we have some avatar pictures here. Let's convert it to frame. Oh, I noticed that it's it's already converted to frame. So we'll still remove it. The frame is large. Stay with me, design along with me if you can. Let's try and delete. Let's try and ungroup it. Let's try and ungroup everything and convert it to auto layout. Let's delete the frame. Let's ungroup the frame. I converted it to frame before, so let's ungroup it. Let's just ungroup. Now we can press. You see, from the bar by the left, it's not a frame, so let's convert it to frame, which you have already did by pressing Shift A. Press space in between. let me shift this so that you can see it very well. So space in between, you can see is one of the things. Avatars on top, this is one of the things you can use it for. You can say on top, the first one on top, you see it changes, the faces changes. Do you see? So we can still use it for different designs. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So you can see, if we expand the ellipse, the button expands, so it doesn't require, it saves you time, it doesn't require you to start drawing another button and all that. So if you have seen a Coinbase interface for trade, so that's what we are trying to do here. Let's try and construct something like that. Let's try and design something like that. Okay, I think it's the corner radius is much. Let's reduce it. I think it's too much, but we'll still reduce it later. I've gotten my materials ready. I downloaded some of this icon from Iconify plugin, so you can look up for it and download it. Let's reduce this to 5. Okay, I think 5 is okay. The corner radius to 5, I think it's okay. Let's try to align it. That's what I'm trying to do. Sorry, I'm trying to separate the spaces, but I noticed that there is a frame on the burger icon, so I'm trying to just make it in a way, and I want to do it once. So let's shift it up. You see, so let's highlight all and shift it up. That's what I'm trying to do. Very good, so that we can have a space to draw this thing down, to draw other items down. So we can carry it down. Excuse me. So let's convert it to auto layout. Let's highlight this and convert to auto layout. Let's highlight the both, convert to auto layout still. Then let's convert it to component. Let's add component to it, which I have already did. I will still repeat what I did now. I'll still repeat it, so that if you are getting confused, let me repeat it. Now you can see this is an auto layout. The watch list is, let's convert it to auto layout by pressing Shift A or from the bar. Then let's highlight the two, then convert it to component. I'm converting each of these auto layout. Let's highlight all of them. Shift A and convert it to auto layout. You can see. Now let's duplicate this thing to make instance of the parent component. Let's draw up the parent component. Yes, and keep it there. Let's make sure it's aligned. Don't worry if it's not aligned, you can easily align it in the auto layout frame. So let's duplicate everything we are doing. You can easily do this or change to anything you want by yourself. So You can see some of these things are not aligned. This is, so I'm trying to distribute horizontally, it's not aligned too. So there's other ways we can do it. We can highlight, even if we highlight all this, when we convert it to auto layout, you see some lines, which means they are not in line. They are not, in line. That's what those lines means, that you should put all of them to be at the same line. So let's try to, you see, if it the same thing. So let's try to align everything together. Those grid lines shows that it's not aligned, so let's try to align it together. Not horizontally, click vertically. See, we are starting to align it. You can press alternate H to align it vertically. This is aligned vertically, but if you notice, when I highlighted everything is not in line. So let's make sure that everything is aligned. So let's make sure everything is aligned. Very good, we are getting there. Now is aligned. Let's press, but you notice that some of this inside the container are not filled, so we'll still come to that. You see, this is filled container. Some of these things are not filled in the container, so let's add color to it, add fill to it. Fill, let's add all of them. White, fill. Okay, you can see there are spaces in between, so we'll try to close up those spaces first. So but let's make this to fit the container, every one of it to fit the container. So click on fill the container. All of them are aligning on the same line. Fill the container, you can see all of them are filled to container. So if you can see the spaces, so let's make it to 0. Let's click on 0. You see there's no spaces, so we have achieved one of the things we need here. So let's try to so this one of the things you can use auto layout to do. So this particular list, auto layout makes it responsive. You can save horizontal, it will go to the other side, but this is a vertical design. So you see, we can even switch the layers, so you can do it. You can see when I wanted dragging it out, the first one not drag out, so we can, because we did not fill the container, we did not apply fill the container there. So let's apply. You see, it's already filled what container there. So it can stretch out, so you can also do